Yo, so picture this. It's October 1948, right? And there's this small industrial town in Pennsylvania called Donora. Normally, it's just your average American town. People heading to work, kids playing in the streets, smoke from the steel mills curling into the sky, just the usual grind. But over a few days, something really weird started happening. And I mean the kind of weird that makes you question reality. A thick, sticky fog rolls in, and it doesn't look like your usual morning mist or a bit of smoke from the factories. Nah, this thing was like a living cloud, crawling through the streets, curling around houses, sneaking into homes. People started coughing, wheezing, and choking. Dogs howled, birds dropped from the sky, and neighbors were calling each other, asking if anyone else was seeing this nightmare. Now, normally in towns like this, yeah, pollution is a thing, but nobody had ever seen anything like this. And here's the scary part. It didn't just irritate your lungs. This fog, it killed people. 20 people straight up died, and hundreds more got sick, some of them for weeks. Old folks, kids, healthy adults, nobody was safe. People were gasping, clutching their throats, trying to figure out what the hell was going on. Some folks even thought it was some kind of weird plague, maybe a biological attack. I mean, that's kinda what panic looks like, right? And here's the thing, the fog wasn't natural. It came from the factories and steel mills, pumping out chemicals into the air, but no one expected it to turn into something so lethal. Smog was there all the time, but this was different. It was concentrated, toxic, and somehow heavier, like it was creeping and suffocating the town on purpose. Doctors and scientists tried to make sense of it. They studied the air, checked the weather. And yeah, the conditions were weird. A temperature inversion, meaning a layer of warm air trapped the cold air below, locking in all the pollution. But even with that, nobody could really explain why the fog felt alive, like it was hunting people in the streets. Families barricaded themselves inside, windows taped up, fires kept going to try to purify the air. Still, people got sick, people died in their beds, some were found hours later, gasping, pale as ghosts. And the creepy thing, it wasn't just the deaths. People reported weird sensations, like the air was heavy, thick, almost malevolent. Pets acted strange, birds disappeared, and the town felt like it was under some kind of invisible siege. You could almost hear the fog crawling, like it had a will of its own. The fog finally cleared after a few days, but Donora would never be the same. Families were grieving, the town was shaken, and people started asking questions nobody really had answers for. How could a cloud of chemicals feel so sentient? How could it strike so fast, so precise, and leave the town crippled? The toxic fog of Donora became a lesson, a warning. It taught scientists, towns, and even the nation that sometimes, pollution isn't just a nuisance. It can turn into a silent predator, and no one sees it coming. Even today, people who study Donora call it one of the creepiest environmental disasters in US history. Because it wasn't an explosion, it wasn't a hurricane, it was air itself, turning deadly right under everyone's nose. So next time you see smog rolling in, take a second and think, could it be harmless? Or is it just waiting for the perfect moment to remind you who's really in charge? Stay curious, stay aware. And remember, some of the deadliest things aren't seen, they're breathed. This is Dark Shelf, where the stories don't end with the headlines. They begin with the questions you're too scared to ask.